pajamas because of how bad last week's vlog is. I hope this week's is a little bit better. I'm doing reactions today, and I thought I was going to do just one. And then Disney dropped a trailer for Mulan, which is coming out in 2020. So they did the teaser trailer. So I thought, oh, I'll do two today. By the way, it is Monday. And so I thought, okay, I'll do two and done. And I just checked my email, and I had an email from Walt Disney Pictures saying, oh, by the way, check out the new trailer for Maleficent. And I'm like, so I'm doing three today. So this is the first one. This is the one that I apologize for being late to the game on this. I am going to do a reaction for the trailer, for the official trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now, for those of you who are like, what the heck is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was a series of children's books. Okay, children's books. And they were called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark because they were actually scary stories. I think it was a couple of guys, the people who did put these books together, the gentlemen who put these books together, they collected urban legends, like The Man with the Hook, the elevator story, like There's Room for One More, and all these like really, really creepy urban legends, myths. They did would have like one section in the book where they would have a scary story for one person to read and would say at the end, okay, this is where you're supposed to go, jump out and go boo, and like all this other stuff, and like little rhymes like the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. And these are actually children's books you would find in the children's section at any library. We had them at my elementary school. They were in the children's section at my local library. They had drawings. The guy who did the drawings, these drawings were creepy as all get out. They were beyond creepy. And these are the stories. This is what introduced me to horror, was this series of books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I absolutely loved them. They terrified me. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't like going in elevators, because one of the stories was about a guy who would, there was like these creepy guys, and he went to get in an elevator, and they would say there's room for one more, and suffice to say, the end of the story did not end well for the people who were in the elevator and the guy who chose not to get on the elevator, so that's why I'm a little bit afraid. There was another story that freaked me out about a woman who buys a dress, and she dies, and it turns out the dress she had bought was actually stolen off a corpse and had embalming fluid on it, and she went dancing in the dress, it soaked into her skin, and she died that way. But yeah, for a lot of kids like me, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was actually our first introduction into the world of horror. And because I had never stopped to think that they would actually, like, this is something that they could do a movie for, that it would be an awesome movie. I never stopped to think that, because I'm like, it's just a collection of books. Well, it looks like they have done it. It's being so the books were written by Alvin Schwartz, and the producer is Guillermo del Toro, and then there's also Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan. And the film is directed by Andre Orverdel. I don't know how to say that name, but it is. I am excited. I am pumped because, like I said, this is my childhood. These are the stories that got me into horror, which is really weird when you consider the fact that the only horror movies I have ever seen is I have seen the Ringu. I have seen Ringu 2. I have seen 3 of the Paranormal Activities, and the reason I haven't seen more horror movies is I am not into really gory horror movies. Like, I would love to go see Midsommar and Hereditary. Those are 2 horror movies I would love to see. I haven't seen them, though, because I do not like gore at all. It's like, I want very minimal gore, which is why I think I liked Paranormal Activity and the Ringu movies, because there was like very little gore, like no gore. And my favorite type of horror is the psychological horror. And I've said this before, I like to be scared by the things I can't see. The stuff that gets into my head, I find that so much more scarier than the whole slasher Child's Play, Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, any of that stuff, I'm not a big fan. I like the cerebral, which is probably why I like haunted houses. I've never been to a haunted house, but that's probably why I like haunted houses, is because it gets into your mind. The set pieces are there, but it gets so far into your mind. So, quick synopsis. They do have a premise for this. So this is the premise of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Actually, I am going to wait and tell you guys the premise after I react to the trailer. So here I go. Again, I apologize for not having the screen within the screen, but this is my reaction to the official trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which came out a month ago, and I'm sorry I am late to the party, but better late than never. So here we go. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I am pumped. I cannot wait.
What's that?
It's her book of scary stories.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome already! That's like right from the book.
Some people believe if we repeat stories often enough, they become real. They make us who we are. That can be scary.
Eat it, Harold.
Oh, he's gonna die.
You want to see a haunted house?
Some kids went missing, so they boarded it up.
Okay, we saw it. Should we go now?
Who ordered the chicken?
What's that?
It's her book of scary stories. Tell me a story. Hey, what's going on?
Tommy's missing.
Tommy's name was in the book. There's no way it's actually connected, right? Okay, what if what happens in the book is exactly what's happened for real? Oh my god. Andy?
Stella!
Listen, you're in the next story. We're reading it right here.
It's a corpse looking for her missing toe.
Oh, jeez, I remember that story.
I'm afraid that we woke something up.
You shouldn't have taken the book.
We've got to stop it.
Sarah Bellows' book, where the stories write themselves and it all comes alive.
The Jingling Man is coming.
Holy shit! Oh my god! This film is not yet rated. Okay, that was kind of amazing. I didn't think I would get that spooked because it's a kid's book, but they were very scary tales, and I recognized some of them. The lady looking for her missing toe. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So the premise of the movie is, it's 1960 in America, change is blowing in the wind, but seemingly far removed from the unrest in the cities is the small town of Mill Valley, where for generations the shadow of the Bellows family has loomed large. It is in their mansion on the edge of town that Sarah, a young girl with horrible secrets, turned her tortured life into a series of scary stories. Written in a book that has transcended time, stories that have a way of becoming all too real for a group of teenagers who discover Sarah's terrifying home. So I love the fact that they are kind of keeping what Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was, which was a book full of these scary, creepy stories to scare the Jesus out of kids. And that is the premise for the movie. These kids find a book. The book has scary stories, and these scary stories are coming to life. And I am really pumped. Again, this is insane. Like, all these good movies are coming out this year, and usually I just want to go see Marvel and Disney and Star Wars movies. But I want to go see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is weird because if it's a horror movie, I tend not to go. I'm like, I want to see those, and I have seen a few, like I said, but it's like, I'm like always a little bit hesitant because I love being scared. I love horror, oddly enough. However, I am like the most easily scared person, and I'm also the biggest chicken. So, but I want to go see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It looks really amazing. So you guys, down in the comments below, tell me what you guys think of the trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Do you remember reading these books as kids? Did you like them? Were they scary to you guys? Have you seen the trailer? It's been out for a month, so I'm sure some of you guys have seen the trailer. If you have seen the trailer, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see this part of our childhood be turned into a movie? So, thanks you guys for watching, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.